understand that one of the signs of the covenant that God had with Israel in the Old Testament was the Sabbath day. Now, I grew up in the Baptist church, and a very traditional Baptist church at that, and I grew up going to Sunday school and vacation Bible school. And when I went to vacation Bible school and Sunday school, they taught me about the Sabbath day. And there was a great debate going on at that time as to what day was the real day to worship God. That debate continues to this day and has existed all the way back to the Old Testament theology as to what is the right day to worship God. In spite of the fact that the New Testament tells us not to give respect of days, we're still debating over what day we ought to worship. I had run into some good friends as a young man that were Seventh-day Adventists, and I still have a lot of friends who worship the Lord on Saturday, which technically is the Sabbath day. And there was a great deal of debate going on with them as to what was the right day to worship God. I have absolutely no problem with anybody who chooses to go to church on Saturday. I have no problem with that. I would never debate that. I would never argue about it. I can pass by the Seventh-day Adventist church and wave and respect and appreciate their right to worship on Saturday, probably because I also worship on Saturday. Yeah, I do. I hope that does not exempt me from an opportunity to serve as your pastor, but I worship on Saturday. I always, ever since I've been saved, I've worshiped on Saturday and Friday and Thursday, and generally on Wednesday too, and Tuesday and Monday as well, and Sunday also. I worship on Sunday. I don't have to come to a building to be in worship. I worship the Lord wherever I am and wherever I go. But there's a great deal of debate about it, and I can remember that my Sunday school teacher took me to the New Testament and showed me a scripture in the book of Acts that it said on the first day of the week they came together in the book of Acts, and she did that to make me understand that she said that the New Testament Sabbath was Sunday. She said that the New Testament Sabbath was Sunday. She said that the New Testament Sabbath was Sunday, and that it was the New Testament Sabbath because it was a new beginning, and that Christ rose from the dead on the third day, and from the New Testament forward, we should worship on Sunday.
Jesus made the law for a reason. In Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. But to fulfill. I didn't come to destroy, but to fulfill. And then the next verse comes right after that. He tells you that he didn't come to destroy the law. He came to fulfill it. When you fulfill something, that means it's done away with. When you fulfill something, that means it's done away with. When you fulfill something, that means it's done away with. For verily I say to you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Till all be fulfilled. So he's telling you there is an ending for the law. So he's telling you there is an ending for the law. So he's telling you there is an ending for the law. He said it's not going to pass away until it's fulfilled. And in the verse before that, he tells you he didn't come to destroy it. He came to fulfill it. So what don't you get? Jesus came to fulfill it.